Ooh, that's exciting. Um, you know what? It sounds good. It's not too loud. It fits. It's appropriate. I like it. Dive. So you said that you wanted to do some posing today. Why the individual layers instead of grouping layers? Those little things are so happy. They're like, "Woohoo." What? It was not my fault. Most abusive boss ever. Hey, and maybe this time you could fix the hand armor. One can hope. Oh, look, see, it looks so good. Now that it's fixed, you're welcome. I want you to understand how much willpower it just took not to do a dad joke at that. Oh, that's why we were having so much problems with the armor yesterday, wasn't it? Swishy, swishy. Hooray. Oh, jeez. That way, as you move the body, they all move separately? Nice. Right. I blame you. You blame me every time. No? No. Mm-mm. I don't. That means I win. uh, so, we didn't get a chance to get to it yesterday because you forgot to charge your headset. So unprofessional. I wanted to talk to you a bit about the stats and what they mean. Now, most people who have played a game of any kind in their life understands the concept of armor, speed, and wounds. Those are pretty much self-explanatory. But why did you choose psych, and what does that mean? Right. I have. I came out just fine. Um, right. Mm-hmm. What's that phrase? Invisible illness? is hard to describe, but I understand. Yeah, there are a lot of things that people experience in their lives that I feel that finding some way to grab the reins, as it were, is very important. Um, everybody has their own issues, no matter where those issues stem from, or how long you've had them. Everybody has issues. Everybody has something that they have to deal with, or however you want to phrase it. And I feel that it is very important for everybody to know and understand that control is something that they can have over their demons. It's just very hard to find that way of control. Though, because your way will not work for me, and my way won't work for you, or our neighbor. We have to do it on our own, sort of. But it's also good to have people who support you and whatnot. Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Exactly. Like, my kids and I were in a pretty bad car accident with our old roommate Becca, and you know, each of us had varying levels of injuries from the car accident. So we all experienced the same thing, but we all felt it different. Also, hi Reinhard, we have a viewer. hmm Reinhard is the one that I did the charity stream with yesterday. Yep. I posted the YouTube link everywhere I could. You mean it's not my bubbly personality or the pictures of food that I keep sending you? Are you sure? Okay. Yes, Reinhard. Definitely come to Az about posing VR stuff, because I don't know this. Pretty much, Reinhard. Reinhard and I were talking yesterday, and a couple weeks ago. He wants to do kind of like what we're doing, but in a VR setting. And yeah, no, I support this idea 110%. I think it's an amazing idea. Yes. That I can't wait, man. I can't. I'm so excited for the future of this. Oh, Reinhard, you have no idea. This is one of the most amazing things. I am so happy and excited to be a part of this, and I can't. I mean, I'm excited for the VR and the video game stuff, of course, obviously, but I can't wait to put this like on the table and open up the box and be able to point at it and go, "Hey, look, I helped make this." Now roll a dice and die. No, I mean, right? Exactly. You know what? We have a convention every year here in Tulsa called Tokyo in Tulsa. Um, I don't have the means or skill to make something like this to wear, but I would have no problem putting this on and strutting my stuff across the con just to get people to look at me and look at the armor and ask about it. Mhm. Reinhardt. Hey Reinhardt, thanks for joining the Discord. Greatly appreciate it. I mean, theoretically, you could do this. Well, while we're waiting for that, the only other thing, stat-wise, that I wanted to mention is the affinities. Um, Oh yeah, no, I have no complaints whatsoever. I think it's a very interesting take on the closest thing that I can akin it to is proficiencies. I think it's a lovely way of using that, but twisting it to your own designs. And I mean that in a positive way. Right. Well, I mean, I'm sure that another big part is the person themselves. You can't just put on armor and just do the stuff. Right. Hmm. Right. It's not, it's just simple surgery. So, with the affinities for each of the characters, oh my God, that was great. That was great. So, so this is so unprofessional. With the affinities, in size case in particular, why acumen? Okay. And what about the other affinities? Hmm. What? Oh, he is hollow. That is a very complicated way of separating an arm. So, I can't really hear you on the stream anymore. I can only hear me. Has your mic been muted?
Damn time my mic has been muted.
Oh my god.
Well, you know, we're still getting into the swing of things.
Wow.
It happens. Damn
I
it.
wonder you needed a co-host.
Yeah, see?
Okay.
See? Now
we gotta start doing sound checks like half an hour in advance.
Well, no, that's the thing. I know exactly what happened. I had it muted so that I could do the so that I could have the music playing while we started, and then I just didn't unmute myself. Yeah. I still blame you for this.
You deserve a cookie. No, not this one.
No?
Not this time. No,
You sure?
This one is you. Yep,
All right,
absolutely.
yeah. This one is me. I did definitely do that. Well, so everybody who was watching heard your explanation or your questions and no answers.
Yeah, that was great.
I'm so
That was
proud of
absolutely
myself.
great. Okay, so let's recap. Tell me
Okay.
about Psych and the affinities.
So basically, Psych is the amount of damage that you can take psychically. It's how
much stress?
Yeah, how much stress you can take. That's actually a really good way of describing it. Because not all damage is physical, which is why we were talking about what we were talking about earlier with depression, PTSD, things like that. No two people's suffering is ever going to be the same.
Yep.
And not all suffering is physical. So that was the primary reason why we went with Psych as a secondary form of damage. Let's see, what else?
The affinities.
The affinities. The affinities, basically, if you were to take the affinities and match them up with each other, or match them up with Dungeons and Dragons, each one of the affinities basically follows one of those, one of the statistics. So, in the case of like acumen, for example, acumen is intelligence.
Right.
Reason would be wisdom. Reflex would be dexterity. And so on and so forth. And that's really where that came from. Well, that was dumb.
That's not what you wanted to do, was it?
That was not what I wanted to do. No. Yes. Sheebus. Alright, you know what? I don't want to see you anymore. You go, you there. That'll make things easier. God. Anyway, but yeah, that was what the affinities were. Is we wanted to put our own flavor on the concept of statistics, and that was our way of doing it. The affinities were Gelf's baby. That was all her.
She did amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, she really did do a great job. So. Alright. Now we can take you. Heyo. And it's alright if the pieces aren't perfectly lined up. Or if there's gaps and stuff. Yeah, because I'll be fixing those once I pose it. Now I want you. I'm going to duplicate you. And then go that way. Yes.
Sorry.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
So good, so good. Alright. But yeah, I have thoroughly been enjoying putting this thing together. This has been one of my favorite projects that I've ever worked on.
This is my first time working on a project like this, and I'm just sitting here talking.
Well, you are being insanely helpful, actually. You're the one who keeps me from just sitting here quietly quietly doing things.
Hey man, like I said, that was something that I had to learn when I started streaming is
right.
you can't have dead air. You can't.
Yeah.
Like a couple seconds is fine, but you can't have dead air.
Yeah. That is absolutely true.
This is the best job ever. I don't have to do any work. I just get to sit here and talk. Yeah. Well, this is great.
It is a pretty awesome job.
I mean, also think about it. How many jobs out there can you actually talk shit to your boss and he just laughs and says thank you?
You know, you've got a point there. That is a phenomenal point, in fact. Good Lord. Oh man.
Just remember, you asked me this.
I did this. I did this to myself. I am.
You did.
I'm fully aware of this. I deserve it. I deserve this.
Yeah, we know.
God. Yeah, the one thing that never changes about 3D modeling, your face is always eventually going to go into some model's crotch. That's just how that works.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. So.
Reinhard. It's like, that the concept of being sawed in half might be a bad thing.
There we go. This is going so much faster. I'm sitting there waiting for the computer to
do the stuff.
To do calculations for it, yeah.
It's like, no, I got this. I'll just do it myself.
Like, that's the thing is technology was designed to help us, do shit better, right? I mean, we're supposed to be it's supposed to make our lives easier.
Yeah, something like that.
I mean, like theoretically.
Yeah, theoretically.
But, yeah, I think it's ironic how often technology tends to do the exact opposite.
I mean, it's created by man, and man is fallible, so...
That's a very good point. That's a very good point.
I have them on occasion.
Every once in a great while, one just pops in. And then we're going to do the cheat code.
Contra?
Yeah. Up, down, down, left, right. AB select or BA select, start. Right? I know, I gotta turn in my nerd card. Damn it. Are you horribly offended?
I don't know if I can work with you anymore.
I can't blame you. I mean... Alrighty. Let's see here. Yeah, I wouldn't blame you at all. I'd be like, you don't know the Contra code? You're a douche. Poser! That's what it does. It makes me a poser.
It does. It absolutely makes you a poser, and I can't work for you anymore. You're fired.
Well, I'm fired. Get out!
But this is my office. I said get out.
I said good day, sir.
By the way,
Yes.
it's up, down, down, left, right, B, A, and then start. Or select and then start.
Yeah, that's what this is. I thought BA select start.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you're...
If it's two-player. Okay. Well shot. Where the hell...
Are you older than me? Why do I have to explain this to you?
Because I'm, like, way older, I guess. I don't know.
Are you?
I don't know. How old are you?
35?
Oh, so I'm only 2 years older than you then.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I have
ancient.
zero excuse.
Yeah, no, you have no excuse.
None at all. Oh, God. All right. We now have...
The feet?
We have feet, we have legs, we have upper legs, we have hips, we have a stomach, we have a chest, two upper arms, two lower arms.
Macarena.
Hey, Macarena. All right.
Oi?
Oh. And now that we've got that done, we're going to save it like a boss. Yeah.
After you wave your hands all magically.
All right, so now we're going to save this as posed. No.
Boop, beep, boop, boop.
There we go. Pose model. Yeet.
I need a VR headset, and I need this software so I can monkey around.
It's so freaking cool. I absolutely cannot get enough of it. All right, now let's add a sculpt. Let's see. Let's do a flame unit. Because freaking rockin'.
I mean, is it a heavy flamer? Whoa.
This is a heavy flame unit, I would say. Yeah. It's
so big.
it's not small by any stretch of the imagination. All right, and we're gonna pose these guys. Oh, nope. Oh. Mm.
However, this part, I don't envy you.
This part is... I have to admit, this part's actually one of my favorite parts of doing these kinds of sculptures.
Really?
Yeah, going through and actually posing them and making them look super real and like giving it a little bit. It's not just a T pose anymore after that. You know what I mean? And I think that's what I really enjoy about this part of the process is you get to see the guy kind of come to life a little bit.
I can understand that.
But it is a tedious ass process. I'm not gonna lie about that.
Yeah, no sugarcoating here.
Right. But that's also that's true for most 3D modeling, just in general. It is a tedious process, but the more you learn about it and the more you start to get your workflow figured out, once that happens, then you're pretty much golden.
Okay.
All right. I don't want you there, or you.
What is that?
These are remnants from when I was supposed to erase something and I missed it.
Oh.
So yeah, I'm just going in and doing the cleanup now. All right.
Accidentally erases everything.
Oh
Flips the table, walks away.
Right? That is exactly what would happen, actually. Just be like, are you kidding me?
That's it. I'm done.
It's like, I am finished with this. Alright, so this guy's going to turn ever so slightly that way. Nope. Just to make him easier to pose. And take that off.
I am not answering that first question until you spell my name right.
Oh God, what did they do? How did they spell it?
Katulu, like Catulu.
Cat-ulu.
How dare!
You are a cat. Meow.
Thank you, Reinhard.
What was the oh, it was God, what was the movie? Fast and the Furious, where Letty walks up to those other girls and like all those girls are hanging all over Dom, and as she walks up and goes, "Wow, I smell skanks."
Yeah, dude, I love that part.
I was like, "You fucking savage."
I can't tell you. No, I don't. But I can't tell you how many times I've wanted to do stuff like that. Just because, like, you see people doing not nice things and you want to call them out on it.
Yeah.
And I end up not doing it as often as I feel like I should, because people who are doing not nice things shouldn't get away with it.
Yep.
But Thor worries that one day I'm going to say something and somebody's going to take a swing at me and then he's going to end up in jail. And I didn't understand it until he explained it to me. He was like, well, if somebody takes a swing at you, I'm going to end up in jail because while I know you can handle yourself, somebody's boyfriend is going to come up out of nowhere and I'm just going to have to lay him out.
Yep. Yep. And
like, what?
I can understand the sentiment, honestly. I mean, I feel you, man.
Yeah, no, I don't, like I said, I don't do it, but I just, humans doing shitty things to other humans doesn't make any sense to my brain, and it makes me angry because I'm one of those people who believes that we're all the same despite how we look on the outside, and all of the differences don't matter to me.
Yeah.
So
I can definitely.
I just don't like it when people do stupid things because it makes me mad. But to answer your question, Reinhard, no, I don't have VR chat downloaded yet. I had a busy day.
Oh man, VR chat.
And no, we can actually talk about this. So this is the base suit for a blood diver. Blood divers are a group of kick-ass people who do things that other normal people can't do or even fathom doing.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate, actually.
Yeah.
They are badasses.
So blood divers, and please correct me if I get anything wrong, since this is your baby and I'm still new to it. Blood divers is being geared at the moment for tabletop RPG.
It will be. It's going to have several different avenues into it. We're going to be doing a tabletop RPG. We'll be doing cell phone games. We're going to be doing quite a few things. But
Right,
what we're focusing
playtest
on,
right now.
yeah, what we're focusing on right now is the game, or is the
Yeah.
board game.
And yeah, so this is the base model. Not getting into any class specifics or weapon specifics, despite the giant heck off flamethrower gun.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's a big one.
Oh yeah, I did mention it yesterday while we were streaming, didn't I? Yeah, that one. You know, where 98% of the water on the entire planet just decided to not exist anymore.
Yeah, that caused a little bit of havoc. just a touch. This is probably one of the most finicky parts of doing
Fingies.
something like this is fingies. Yeah, fingies are always hard.
I don't do hands or feeties. I just leave those out of the equation.
Yeah, that's usually that's the way to at least be able to do things and keep your sanity.
Mm-hmm.
I am unfortunately a masochist, so I do this all the time.
I play Tarkov with the guys. That's how I show my masochism.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's
Which I'm going to be doing that after this. So
oh, very cool.
yeah, I promised. And I tend to try to keep my promises unless I have to break them, and I don't like doing that.
I completely understand that. Alright, so that's one hand.
So please hold all inquiries like that until the end, especially now that you're part of the Discord, and we can discuss it not on live stream. If that's okay.
What was the question?
TLDR Reinhardt does VR chat, and mentioned being willing to wear this in VR to help spread knowledge of your work.
Dude, that would be awesome. I've actually been. So it's funny that you say that, because that was actually one of my first ideas for advertising, was to build some avatars for VR, or for VR chat. So if you know how to do that, and if you would be able to help me make this model into a wearable avatar, I would be super, super grateful.
Here I am trying to be professional, and you're like, yeah, no, that's a great idea. I'm like, God.
That's what I do. I have to make your life a little bit difficult, right?
That's it. From now on, you get direct videos of the step-by-step process for making food. I'm no longer just showing you the end result so you can drool. I'm just going to make you drool through the whole thing. That's it. I'll have a sideshow. Other than the games that I stream, I'll just have a sideshow called Make Az cry.
You
And it's just going to be me cooking in the kitchen.
you realize that you're evil, right?
Oh, I know.
Like utterly and totally evil.
Uh-huh. I know.
Did you hear
I
that?
mean,
That was me sighing. I wasn't sure if you picked that up. I could do it again for you. Just see, it's another sigh.
See, I didn't hear the first one, but I felt it in the silence.
Yeah, good, good stuff. As long as it was conveyed properly, like that's needful stuff. All right, come on, you bastard. These inflation tools. Now, here's the crazy thing about VR, right?
Yeah.
If you were sculpting this in real life, like with clay or something, you would need to go through and like grab your tools and go in here and kind of fill this in, right?
Yeah.
But with VR, I can do that. You'll see it on
blow it up like a balloon?
stream in a second. Well, I can actually go inside. And now
That's wicked.
I can go in and see exactly where everything I'm sculpting is going, and make sure that
you can make adjustments on the outside.
Exactly.
Oh,
So
that's so sick.
that's one of the reasons why VR is being used so much by car companies now. There's a program called Gravity Sketch, which I also use quite a bit of, which is designed for making really anything. And there's a lot of car companies that use it as design software so that you could blow the car up and sit right next to it. Like, I mean, in this case, it's about life size. Yeah.
Yeah. The neck is a little wonky.
Neck's a little bit wonky, but
I mean, you know.
It happens.
It does. It does.
Yeah. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted to do. Forgot that I hadn't locked the helmet. That move tool is amazing, but it's one of the only tools that doesn't only affect the layer that you're on.
Oh, okay,
So,
yeah.
Yeah. So that can I mean, it's possible that there's a setting for that. Okay, now I'm curious. I gotta find out. Active layer only? Well, you learn something new every day. Awesome. Now I know that there is a setting for that.
That is cool.
I'm alright with that.
Opens up more options.
Yeah, definitely. Alright, so we have a posed blood diver. Now, we need to bring in... I'm going to save this as scene 1.
So, Reinhardt sent you a message in Discord. He says that he knows a person
Okay.
who uses Unity. So
Awesome.
that should help.
Perfect, yeah. Clear. Yeah, that would be awesome if I could get this turned into a playable avatar. Yeah. Is there a way to make like flowing cloth and stuff, like cloaks and stuff in VR chat? No, I'm really curious.
sure there is. I've seen stuff like that.
Because I have not spent very much time in VR chat. I think I've been on it like twice ever. But I would really like to start getting more into it. So
I can't wait for the day where I put a VR headset on and pick up, the rest of the VR set and like go to try to explore a cave and it ends up being a false cry.
actually, that's the creature that I'm looking for right now.
Oh no! Why?
Because I'm gonna put that in there as the enemy that he's fighting. There we go. And this one's a big boy. It's actually
So I mentioned this to Reinhardt a little bit yesterday. I told it that it was a creature that was about the size of a cave and mimicked human cries to lure you in.
That is exactly what it is. It's a pretty evil creature. They are not good at all. You definitely don't want to run into one of these bastards. So we're gonna put this down like that, and that's actually about accurate for size comparison.
Good God.
Yeah. Not something you want to run into on a
Ever.
yeah, like pretty much any day. What is that? Oh, I see what it is.
It's a naked mole rat.
It's a naked mole rat!
I'm sorry.
Oh my god!
I'm sorry. So do you want to, now that we actually have it up on screen, do you want to go more in depth to the false cry? Because I know that, it's a cave-sized thing that mimics human cries. I mean, yeah, okay, but like, what about that makes it so dangerous?
Well, it's a lot more. Hold on for just a second. Oh, I see what happened. There we go. I was looking for my new layer because I couldn't do anything inside of it. Okay, so a false cry is dangerous for a bunch of different reasons. One of them being that a false cry is capable of not only mimicking sound, but radio frequencies. So if you're walking around in the mist and you start hearing the sound of another blood diver, not only can it mimic the same frequencies that you're able to do, but if you hear it and you fail your reason check, you'll actually recognize it as somebody that you know. Everybody will recognize it differently, but it very well could be, you might very well think that this is somebody that you know and is somehow lost out here.
We had that problem in our last playtest.
So yeah, that's one of the primary things that makes false cries so dangerous, is that they have the ability to mimic not just sound, but radio frequencies, and they have a psychic portion of them that makes them insanely dangerous. They if you fail to understand what's happening, and you're overcome by that psychic portion of their attack, then you can't attack it. You are absolutely convinced that there is one of your buddies in there getting eaten, or who has been, exposed to something terrible. And it is your job to go in there and get them. So,
and it's not just their size and the fact that they'll eat you. is it? Like, there's
No.
more to it than that.
Well, those tentacle like blade things that you see the tongues wielding.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as you're close enough to it that those things can grab onto you, they will, and they'll suck you towards it. And once you're in its grasp, once you've been consumed by it, once you're thrown back in there, the only way for your team to get you out is to kill it and cut you out of it.
Yep.
So that's really, I think that's the thing that makes it the creepiest, at least for me.
See, for me, it's as far as creep value, it's a mix between that and the fact that if you don't get out or rescued,
Mm-hmm.
it consumes part of your identity.
Yeah. Which means
that part, man, wigs me out.
Yeah, that's definitely not a cool situation to be in.
Absolutely not.
Because
right. isn't that how it mimics, is by the memories that it consumes?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks at well, it's not just memories that it consumes. It's any mind that it touches. So if a blood diver, yeah. So if you fail your reason check on it,
mm-hmm.
it automatically knows pretty much everything about you, and it will be able to mimic you later.
That's terrifying.
Yeah. So yeah, well, I mean, should we just call this all is lost? Abandon hope, all ye who enter here. I think that's pretty cool. At least for a really basic diorama.
Yeah, I mean, it's not perfect, but it's good and can be improved upon later.
Yeah. Well, I am going to improve upon it now because I'm ashamed of what I just did. Wait. No. I don't want that. I want... No. That? Oh, I know why I can't find it. Because I deleted it. Yay!
Oh no.
Add a sculpt layer, make it nice and big. Alright. So I upped the size and resolution, so now this should be a lot more malleable / pliable. I'm really excited. I got to tell one of my old shipmates about this, and yeah, he's actually the one that I sent that link to.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and he's one of the biggest inspirations for why Blood Divers is the way it is. That
really?
Particular guy, yeah. I'm not going to share his name online, but
no, of course not.
Yeah, he's a really, really good guy. He's a dude that I served with at the very end of my career. And yeah, just in general, a really good guy. And in fact, Draven was originally inspired by him.
Oh.
Yeah, Draven was kind of my take on this particular sailor and how he does things. So.
That is super cool.
Alright. Now to smooth some shiz.
So, with the false cry in there like that,
Mm-hmm.
can it get out, or does it pretty much just use the caves like a shell?
So the cave basically is a shell.
Okay.
And as long as it's able to get food in there, it will stay in that cave.
Okay.
It is capable of tunneling. They can go subterranean and tunnel to a new cave. In a lot of cases, the caves that you're finding them in are actually caves that they dug out themselves, so they're more of a burrow than anything.
Okay.
But they are very, very opportunistic creatures in that if they can find a space that's large enough for them, which is difficult, if they do find a space that's large enough for them, they'll basically move in and set up shop.
Lovely.
Yeah. And then by the time you kind of figure out what's going on,
It's already too late.
Yeah, you're already pretty much screwed at that point. So. And your false cry food, which is like kind of like a not cool thing to be.
Yeah, no, I'm good on that.
Yeah.
Good. Thanks.
You guys were very close to being false cry food during that last playtest.
Nah, we were fine. As long as Thor stops getting distracted by ghost boobies, we'll be fine.
Ghost boobies, man. Hard not to be distracted by ghost boobies. I was so happy with that. That was hilarious.
That was great.
Oh, I know what I'm doing. Just build it up and then use this kind of like a texture brush as opposed to
Instead of
an
placing
actual
take
stamp.
away.
Yeah. Oh, that works. That looks a whole lot better.
You know, it would also be kind of cool.
Hmm.
And I just had this thought. Down in the mist is the, crumbling remains of what was once, the human empire, as
Pretty
it were.
much, yeah.
I think it would be cool if in some of these dioramas, there were like bits of old buildings, like, empty concrete windows with rebar twisted and altered, stuff like that. I think that'd be super cool.
Agree. I totally agree. I really want. What I'd love to do is I'd love to get some of these monsters and stuff 3D printed, and then just have people build dioramas out of them.
Dude, I'm so in.
I would love to see what you would do with a Blood Divers diorama. It's just it's a world that I really like. Like I've been in it for a while, building it, and this is so much fun to be able to finally share it with people.
No, I absolutely agree. I absolutely agree.
Right. That's got a pretty cool pattern to it.
I like that.
It's got like a
This definitely looks like this thing like dug and carved and scraped all of this out.
Yeah.
This is nice.
Sweet. Yeah, that texture worked like a whole lot better than I expected it to.
All right, Reinhardt, thank you. I'll make sure he looks at it after.
Thanks, man. I definitely will. Alright. So now, we're going to get into a little bit of painting.
Yay! This is my favorite part!
Give everything a nice deep red coat. It is in the mist, so...
Mrs. Spot.
That one? That one right there? I got it. Got that one. Be sure to let me know if I miss any more.
Well, over there to the left, and
Yeah, it's right there. Got it. Thanks for keeping me honest. All right, so got a nice little
it's
base
so much
coat.
fun working with you.
Well, thank you. I like working with you too.
Huzzah!
It's a lot of fun, yeah.
Hey.
Um,
Yes.
Nope, that's a remove.
Ooh. So what are those?
So, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm thinking maybe some kind of fungus, or even like the blood mist's version of a barnacle.
Oh.
Know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I'm going to start doing some shading. Oh, no, that's white. That's also white. Oh, that.
Now, how do you control how much is placed?
Very carefully. A lot of it is finger pressure. It responds to the trigger has some pressure sensitivity, so you get a little bit of a chance to vary how much spray you're using. But
Oh, okay.
yeah, painting in this program it leaves some to be desired. There's definitely some things that they could do to improve it. But most of my color schemes, honestly, do not happen in this program. A lot of the coloring, a lot of the texturing is all going to be done in the final render when I move it over to Blender.
Ah, okay.
So that's really the big difference there. A little bit of a black rim. And then
I'm sorry, I got mesmerized.
put a little bit of highlighting on these guys. Just a touch.
This is looking really good.
Thank you. So now it's all about going in and getting these kind of deep recesses, making some of that shadow pop. But again, this is a very, very general pass, just to kind of give the impression of shadows.
Right. It also helps to scale it.
Right. Exactly. Because like back
you really
here,
get a grasp of how small you really are.
Yeah, and how big everything in the mist is that wants to kill you. Like that's another big reason. You know, the monsters that you're fighting in this game are huge.
Even the shaped ones, like the
not all of
revenants?
them.
Oh, okay.
Revenants are probably revenants are usually human sized. Okay, wait. Can I select all? Nope. So what we're going to do is we're going to scale this down just a little bit because it's actually a hair too big.
But just a hair.
Yeah, not by much. Yeah, that's about good. A single blood diver getting ready to absolutely wreck face. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and save this. And we're going to have to figure I'm going to see whether or not this rig is strong enough to let me bring in another blood diver so that we can have a bit more complex diorama.
Hopefully. Get a whole team set up.
Right. So this guy. Well. That didn't work.
Is it giving you issues?
Yeah, it's making me go through and select everything individually, which could be worse.
True. And I mean, you are the one who separated it.
That's true, and if I hadn't, I wouldn't be able to pose it anyway, so not
take some, you lose some.
Yeah, exactly. Oh.
Oh?
Yeah, that was locked. So now I gotta do that again.
Huzzah.
But I think I got it this time. Because the body of the gun was locked.
So it wouldn't move at all?
Right. That's why it wasn't letting me move it around.
What are all those boxes?
What do you? Oh, these the little black
Yeah.
boxes. Those are the borders of each sculpt. So
Oh,
yeah. So like, each sculpt has the ability to. What else is left? There we go. Each cell is broken up into what's called a voxel instead of a pixel. So it's a. Hold on.
there you go.
How do we group this? Is it even possible? I have no idea. Okay. So
I mean, there's got to be a way, right?
I would hope so. All right, duplicate everything for me. You can do this. Yas, queen.
Yay! Get a whole team in there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and that one's not going to let me duplicate it anymore, so it'll let me put 3 in there. So we're going to take this one, and this one, and this one, and that one, and we're going to delete it.
Oh my god.
And that one, and delete it. And that one, we're going to delete that. Hey! He is kind of the best person to carry that weapon, because he's big, right? Mm-hmm. So he's kind of the tanky character. This is the one thing that Blender has over. This is one of the many, but definitely one of the biggest things that Blender has over this program.
What's that?
It allows you to group different elements together.
I can definitely see how that would be advantageous in considering what you're doing.
Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna put this guy. Heavy flamer, so he's gonna go here. Like an absolute beast.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go away. Go away. Yes, you go away as well. And then add sculpt.
So the Blood Diver teams,
Mm-hmm.
Are they any size, or are they strict in their troop sizes?
So a Blood Diver team is usually 6 people.
Oh.
Yeah, you're gonna have a 6-person team. One team leader, is that everything? Nope. Yeah, you're gonna have a team leader. You're gonna have a there we go. Sorry, I was trying to.
No, you're good.
Yeah, you're gonna have a team leader, a medic, usually 1 or 2 heavies, a duelist, and a navigator. That's typically what you're gonna see for a Blood Diver team.
Alrighty.
That doesn't mean that teams have to be that size, but customarily that's been basically deemed by the guild to be the
safest.
Yeah, the optimum number of people involved. but you do have to learn how to operate entirely independently. I mean, again, blood divers' lifespans are very rarely measured in years. They're usually measured in dives.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of that comes from how dangerous that world is. I mean, what they're doing is the most dangerous occupation on Earth. So,
I suppose that's fair. Having it be counted in dives. No, that makes a lot of sense.
oh, nope. It's one thing I wish you could zoom in when you're in edit mode, but you can't. And it
Really?
bothers me. Yeah.
I wonder why not.
I think mainly because it just makes it tough to like when you go into this mode, you see the things that are highlighted green.
Yeah.
If I do what I normally do to zoom, which is grab both of these triggers and then move in and out, it, instead of zooming me in and out, it blows up or shrinks down the part.
Oh.
Yeah. What are you giggling at over there?
I just wee woo wee woo.
Where are you? There you are.
All of these little pieces are so intricate, and if you miss a single one,
Yep. It is definitely part of the process is learning how to grab everything.
oh
There
my
we
god,
go.
there's so many things, so many parts and pieces.
Mm-hmm. Well, you don't have to have them separated like that. In my case, I prefer to. And the reason I prefer it is because when I move this into Blender,
Yeah.
I will be able to apply separate like texture maps and things like that to the different parts. So if I have one part that's glass and the other part is made of steel, then I know that I can put separate shaders on those two things and they'll work the right way. You know what I mean?
I understand the concept. I think that it would take me a long time to learn this.
It takes a while. There's a learning curve. I'm not gonna deny that.
But I mean, hey, once you get it down, man.
Yeah, once you get it down, there's not a lot you can. There's not much that can stop you. And I've noticed that as I keep doing this, I mean, I'm only getting better at it. So.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you kept doing it and you got worse, I'd be worried.
Right. I would be worried. I'd be very worried about myself.
I think everybody should be worried if they keep doing something and only get worse.
Yep.
And here we see the first diorama, mass printed.
Oh, nope. Yeah, God, there's just so many pieces. I'm thinking we're gonna do one of these. And he's going to look like utter badass, yes?
Oh god, are you gonna do the sideways stance?
Of course.
Of course you are.
You gotta do the sideways stance, right? I mean...
That's like an unwritten law or something.
Yeah, if you're gonna make a guy look like a badass, he's gotta have the side stance. That's how that works.
Yeah, I suppose. This is just so cool to watch you do this.
Thanks. I enjoy it. It's one of those hobbies that I never thought I would be making a living doing it. Which
Really?
technically I'm still not yet. But well, no. I can say that I have made a little bit of money off of this through Patreon.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah, but that's all. Every cent of that goes to making this game better. So, but we did get our very first patron.
Nice.
Yeah, Sunshine Orc Sailor. She is an absolute boss, and we loves hers.
Well, yeah, we all love Sunshine. Everybody should love Sunshine.
Agreed.
If you don't have anything nice to say about Sunshine, don't speak. No.
I could not agree more with that, actually. Alright.
So, personal question.
Sure.
What made you want to join the military?
Well, there were a couple of things. Honestly, I was kind of living a nowhere life, working a nowhere job, and into some stuff that I knew was not going to lead to anything productive happening in my life. So I made the decision that if anything was going to happen, I needed to make that happen myself, and I needed to get my ass moving on it.
Right.
And so I joined the Navy, and like nobody in my family knew. I called Mom up as soon as I was done at the recruiters, or as soon as I was done at MEPS, the military enlisted personnel station. It's where you go to, like, do your physical and, swear in.
Find out where you would be best placed?
Yeah.
Okay.
All of that stuff. All the rigmarole that goes along with being a sailor of any kind. So that's not straight. So I called my mom, and I was like, "Hey, guess what I just did?" And she goes, "What?" And I was like, "I just swore in." She goes, "To what?" I was like, to the Navy. I'm going to be a sailor like you and Dad. And she just immediately, she's like, oh my God, you need to get home right now. Like, not upset. She was super, super proud.
Aw.
Yeah, she's like, you need to get home right now. Like, when do you leave? And I was like, 6 days. She's like, oh my God, get your ass home.
You home now.
Yeah. And so I was in Dallas at the time. My mom lived in Austin.
Mm-hmm.
And so I jumped on a bus because, again, I only had 6 days. Went to Austin, and that night we had a going away party for me. And in 24 hours, Mom had contacted like everyone I've ever known. And they were all they all came to the house to wish me well, and it was a really, really, really special experience for me. So, but the military is a huge part of my family. It's very much a part of my life, has been for my whole life. Mom always said that I was born with a paintbrush in one hand and a machine gun in the other. Which is it's fair. I mean, she got a little bit of a point. I used to pop
She's
the
not
heads.
wrong.
Yeah, I used to pop the heads off of my sister's Barbie dolls, and then bend down one leg and pretend it was a gun. That was when she knew. She was like, "Yeah, he's gonna be a soldier one day."
That's terrible. Your poor sister.
Oh God, I was horrible to her. But I think my of all of the things that happened that night, mom pulled me aside, and she talked to me about our family tree, because my mom's our family genealogist.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I need one of those.
She told me about the fact that our family has a much more prolific military history than I had ever known. And the reason she had never told me that was because she wanted me to make my own decision. She said she didn't want me to feel pressured to go into the military to keep up some family tradition.
Well, that's nice of her.
Yeah, I mean,
I know a lot of people who would go the opposite direction.
right. And she didn't want that for me. She wanted me to, whoever I was going to be in this life, was going to be my decision. And
I like your mom.
yeah, and I've always felt indebted to her for that. And she was the one who ended up telling me the story about my great grandfather, who's a man by the name of Braxton Carter, and he was the 23rd person to sign the Declaration of Independence.
Oh,
yeah.
Snap.
And I had never heard about this because, again, she didn't want it to be, pressure. But every single generation of my family, has served in the military, literally from our country's birth. So that was always kind of a point of pride once I found that out. So.
Yeah. I would be super stoked about that too.
Yeah, it was kind of a neat revelation. And one I definitely appreciated hearing about after I'd signed up. Definitely. Because it made me feel good to know that, like, I had followed in those footsteps unknowingly. And that was something that I found a lot of pride in. So,
I mean, I would be proud. Shit.
Right?
Oh, wow. There's his signature right there. That is so cool.
What's up?
Uh, I don't remember all of the... I'm a bad American. I don't remember all of the names that have ever signed the Declaration, so I looked it up.
Oh,
And I found his signature.
nice.
I write my B's like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, all the greats do. So
Well, I mean,
obviously,
clearly. No, the gun should stay that size.
yeah.
Yeah. Super big. Has to hold it with the power of friendship magic or something. No.
Honestly,
kidding.
I mean, look at the size of the damn thing.
I know.
Duplicate and flip. To where? Where to go? I have no idea what just happened. I was trying to flip that around, but
there it is.
Where?
To the left. Slowly to the left. Oh, where'd it go? Did you undo it?
Maybe?
Because I saw the floating hand. And then it went away.
Well, I'm blaming you for that too.
You know what? I'm okay with that.
You're like, screw it at this point. Like, I know it's coming.
I know.
I love the fact that this dude is so brazen that even in the face of that thing, he's still gonna one-hand that bolt thrower like a boss.
Well, yeah, that's how you do.
I don't need no damn two hands. Maybe you plebs do, but
Oh. That's it. Sai is now forever going to one-hand the bolt thrower. I ain't
That's
no pleb.
kind of perfect.
I am no pleb. You will see.
Ladies and gentlemen, I do believe we have a Blood Diver's diorama. I'm going to take some pictures here. And then, how long have we been live? What's our...
Roughly 2 hours.
Okay, cool. So that's about right then, because I realized my battery was getting low, and I was like, oh, we've been streaming a while.
2 hours seems to be our limit. But I mean, that's 2 hours of talking about it, of building a diorama, of adjusting all the pieces so it's posable. We got a lot done today.
Yeah, we did.
That photo mode is kind of trippy.
Isn't it?
Yeah, get in there. God, those things are terrifying. It is badass looking.
All right.
Can't wait for it to actually be printed.
I
This is
think.
gonna be nice.
All right. I think I am going to save this as. Yep, it's already saved under scene 1. Yes, I do want to replace it. Sweet. I'd say that was a productive stream.
Hell yeah. When is our next stream?
That is a very good question. I was going to be talking to you about scheduling.
Oh, all right.
Pretty soon here, because I would like to. These streams are really good for me because they keep me productive.
Yes.
So yeah, I am most certainly down for for more streaming. And plus, we are also going to be starting up the Everyday Dungeoneer again fairly soon, which is this same thing, only instead of just you and me chatting about lore and that kind of stuff, it's going to be our podcast. It's going to be a talk show. We're going to be bringing different people in from kind of all walks of life, and we'll be talking to them about creativity and how it's affected their lives and how it affects their work, and yeah, all kinds of good stuff. So we got tons coming down the pipeline right now.
Yes. More work.
Give me just a second here. Let me pop this. Oh, here we go. All right. All right, back to the camp scene.
There's a lovely image
right?
to freeze that on.
Right.
Some amorphous blob of terror.
So, yeah. Thank you guys for joining us. As you can see, visor burn is a thing. So I'm gonna let this little guy cool off, and we're gonna render up some of those images, and we'll put them up on YouTube. We'll be putting it up on our website, which is coming up very, very soon. It's not live yet, but actually one of the reasons why we did this diorama today was to get images to put on that website. So yeah, stay tuned for that. For anybody who's not joining us for the live stream and watching at home, sorry about the audio issue earlier today. But we are going to be getting much better about that. And if you guys like what you see, by all means, please hit that like button and subscribe. It really helps out the channel. And we will see you guys next time.